Good blessed Saturday early morning, July the 31st, 2021. It's about 12:29 a.m. after midnight. I was about to go to sleep, but about half an hour ago, my oldest daughter gave me a disturbing call. But first, I want to greet everybody. No matter what I speak about, I still greet all human beings around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessing of God be with you. No matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you are black, white, no matter what your nationality or your race may be. It doesn't matter whether you like me or not. I greet all you all with that same universal greetings. Tonight, what I want to talk about, yesterday, which was Friday, July the 30th, 2021. My oldest grandson, which is my second oldest grandchild. My grandson is 17 years old. He'll be 18 in November. He's never had any encounters with law enforcement officials. He's never been arrested, never had a traffic ticket, never even been suspended from school. Don't have no little babies running around here. Isn't in a gang. Don't sell drugs. He likes playing soccer, and he runs track. He ran track for his high school, and he ran track for the city of Chicago. And he was playing soccer, and he does a good job in everything he do. He had a job, which he still work at right now. He grew up and still live in Chicago, but he was working at a place on the Northwest Side Suburbs called Norridge, Illinois. Norridge is about 90% white. I don't want anybody that's not racist. You see what I'm saying? Not prejudiced. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you to get offended, but I'm going to say what I got to say, because what was said to my grandson, and I don't care if this man was 90 years old, but what he said to my grandson in a place where my grandson was working, in a place where this guy was a customer, he called my grandson a stupid end. Now, he called my grandson this here because he was wanting his receipt, but the female that was supposed to get his receipt, she happened to be in the restroom regurgitating. What caused her to regurgitate, I don't know. I pray that she's all right, especially with all these this coronavirus and everything else going around. But my grandson is one of the meekest individuals in the world. See, some of my children and grandchildren wouldn't have took what he said, and some of these young blacks out here wouldn't have took what he said. He probably would have been a casualty. And then they would have said, oh, this black man killed this old white man. But this old white man called my grandson, who did nothing wrong with him, the N-word. It's bad enough that I'm dealing with racist white police and judges and white individuals and sellout blacks here in Charleston, Missouri. You see what I'm saying? It's bad enough that I'm dealing with racist police and sellout blacks in Carbondale, Illinois, where somebody lynched my son, my only son, on March the 19th, 2021 in Carbondale, Illinois, and they tried to say it was suicide until I came down there with my YouTube video. Now all of a sudden, over 4 months, it's been what they call a death investigation. But see, that white man that called my son a stupid N, and the manager just told him to leave, you're going to have to do more than that. Because what we going to do is we going to demand, even if we have to get a court order, we going to demand that you give us a copy of your cameras to show this individual face, and we going down to the police department because we consider that as a verbal and a racial assault on a child. Now, all of you blacks that's out there study killing each other because you're raps, because you in a different game, because of claiming blocks and turf. When the police come, everybody dispersing, so it can't be your turf. Take a look at what happened to my grandson today. He ain't doing none of that stuff today out there doing. He's trying to be a productive citizen like his mother taught him to be. But yet here he is, going to school, finna graduate, getting ready to go to college. But yet, here it is, we don't know what capacity this white man work in. If he called my grandson a stupid N for doing nothing to him. My grandson wasn't the one in the bathroom regurgitating. He didn't call this manager when the manager told him to get out. What if I would have did if I was a manager, let him stay right there and say, your receipt is on the way, and I would have called the police. I encourage my grandson and all of my other children and all of my other relatives, when you have a situation like that, get your camera out. Take a video of them and send it to me. You know what I'm going to do with it. I hope I can get some sleep tonight. God forgive me for getting off track on what happened to my son, but I'm not going to allow, I don't care if I'm 400 miles away or not, I'm not going to allow no racist white man or nobody else to have any type of disrespect to my grandson. I thank God my grandson is not like me in a way, because I probably would have laid him out. It wouldn't have been the right thing to do. Now, at this stage, I might have not. But I would have definitely put him on my YouTube. I'd have definitely had him on social internet, because if he working at any place, if he could be a doctor. If he a doctor somewhere in Norridge, Illinois, and I know when I used to work on the ambulance in the 80s, Norridge, Park Ridge, all of that area there, it was common for some white folks to call you the N-word. And see, it's something else that's kind of disturbing, because the one white Sergeant Guy Draper in Carbondale, Illinois, that have all these ties with my son's death, he happened to tell me on March the 24th, 2021, where his mother was from. Norridge, Illinois. Close up and around the Brickyard. Some of y'all from the Windy City and the suburbs know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to get this picture, and I'm going to let everybody see it. You see what I'm saying? And I don't care who don't like it. I don't care if he 102 years old. You don't call my grandson the N-word. Go out there and call one of them individuals that's carjacking. Call one of them the N-word. You see what I'm saying? If you don't like blacks that much, if you hate blacks that much, walk over there in Cabrini Green or one of them black neighborhoods and just get to hollering out you stupid ends. And let's see if your life don't end. I don't have no respect for y'all. And then y'all talking about this flag represents all of us. See, some of y'all may pity that old man, but I don't pity him. If he called my grandson that, he been doing that probably for a long time, and most likely his kids, his wife, his relatives is doing the same thing. And see, if he came in that establishment where my grandson worked at yesterday, that ain't the first time he came in there. You see, my grandson is a gentleman and a scholar. And he said, he told his mother, it ain't nothing but words. He right. The name that he called my grandson, when you call a person an N-word, that means an ignorant person. And that goes to show my grandson wasn't the N. He was the N because he was an ignorant person. But we're going to find out who he is. Anybody know me, we're going to find out if I got to pack my bags, me and my two little lawyers, my two youngest daughters, we go up there. You see what I'm saying? And comb Norridge like we doing Carbondale, Illinois to find the killers of my son. We gonna find that racist white piece of trash. And like I said, I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I don't care if he your grandfather or your great-grandfather. If I can get that white piece of trash locked up, if I can get him to lose his job, that's what I'm going to do, because he insulted my grandson. But y'all said his flag represent all of... This flag don't represent all of us. This flag represents certain people like that individual that called my son the N. This is 2021. When I worked on an ambulance in the 80s, even though I was stationed in Chicago, I can go to... over there by Holy Cross Hospital in Marquette Park, I had a nurse spit on me and call me the N-word while I had a patient taking him over there to Holy Cross around 67 in California back in the 80s. Martin Luther King had problems in the 60s going marching in Marquette Park when you couldn't cross Western and 67th Street. Ain't too much change. The only thing changed is you got ignorant blacks out there killing blacks over drugs, gang, and what they call turf. But when a police car come, one police car come, all of them scattering out, so it can't be your turf. Then you got these ignorant individuals called NAACP leaders. You got people like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Michael Flavoring, the priest that all you blacks falling behind like he really care about what's going on. All he care about is all that grant money he get, just like the rest of them. But you see, one thing about me, I'm God-fearing, and I speak up against you racist whites, you sellout blacks, and you preachers, so-called preachers and priestess that call yourselves leaders. Y'all ain't no leaders. Y'all don't care about no black-on-black crime. None of y'all, because all this rioting stuff y'all been doing for George Floyd and everybody else, and hundreds of people getting killed a month and shot a month in Chicago, and y'all ain't doing a doggone thing. But one thing about Raymond Lewis Ivy, you called the wrong individual a stupid N. I'm going to show you how stupid his bloodline is. We ain't going to come up there with no violence, but we going to set you out. Norridge, y'all can get ready for some protesters up there. And you know I protest by myself. Peace be still.